Hello, I'm Jill Shaw-Ruddick, the author of The Second Half of Your Life, a book that will change your life. In my new book, I give advice how to overcome the obstacles we will inevitably face in the decades following the menopause. From dating to divorce, exercise to eating, purpose to passion, loss to love, money to the mind. My book, The Second Half of Your Life, will help you to make these years the springboard to live the rest of your life as more than the sum of its parts, to ensure the second half is the best half. I am so excited because over the next few minutes you are going to be hearing from some incredible women who are all redefining what it means to grow older. I've asked each of them to answer the same question. If there's one piece of advice you would give to other women to make the second half of their life the best half, what would it be?
If there's one piece of advice that I would give to women about the second half of their life, is probably the same as for the whole of your life. It's a Quaker saying, live adventurously. But the good thing about the second half of your life is that you have more freedom to do so, because hopefully you'll not still be responsible entirely for your children. Your grandchildren will be around, but they're not entirely your responsibility. So suddenly you have this amazing freedom to do exactly what you like and to be utterly selfish. I mean, I give us an example. I have an utterly selfish car. It's a sports car, it's a two-seater. And if anybody chooses to come with me, they cram into the back, and I don't care, because I've had vile people carriers all my life, and I'm enjoying my sports car.
Well, what advice I would give to women to the second half of their life, the best half of their life, is to not be afraid of what cracks you open. Because, to steal a great line from Leonard Cohen, that which cracks you open lets the light in, and the best stuff comes out of the worst stuff.
Keep on growing, extend yourself, make much more of life than you have so far. There's plenty of scope.
Take a look and see who you really are, and then accept that and try to make the change. So that inner change that happens with you, I feel, is what could give you a more enriching life, because you're able to accept who you really are.
It's not about first and second halves being less than the first half, but it is about no fear. Don't fear. There's nothing worse than anxiety and fear of what? What have you got to fear? Just keep going. It's about grasping everything and filling every moment of your life with joy.
I think it's a time to really get curious about yourself and your reactions to things, because you lived a lot, you've accomplished a lot, you know a lot. Now it's time to look afresh and see what you don't know and what you might need to know in a different kind of way.
In the second half of my life, when my mother died and my husband died and the kids went out of the house, and I found myself suddenly absolutely alone, lonely. I had to fill my life, which led me to introspection on a spiritual journey, but that still was not enough. I had to embrace the entire life. I did not have to belong to just one family, mine, but to consider the entire world, everybody as part of my life. And that gave me the purpose to live from minute to minute.
All you have to do is believe that the second half of your life is going to be better than the first. And I can assure you it is. 40 was not so good, 50 better, 60 really nice, 70 amazing. So the second half is the best.
My advice would be get over yourself. Whatever you've achieved, everybody's forgotten about it already. So the only person you have to answer to is you. And if you can look at yourself in the face when you're old and say, boy, am I getting more interesting, then you've accomplished something.
Experience is priceless, and all the experience you've accumulated in your life, you can cash it in, capitalize on it, build on it in so many ways.
Don't have cosmetic surgery. I mean, just let a man read between your lines. My mother told me never to pick my nose, especially from a catalogue. Dimmer switch girls, greatest sex aid known to womankind. Keep the lights low.
The second half of your life, make it the best half.